Destroy all humans. The mothership, this polychromatic iridescence, legacy and powerful technology of the sorts, born of psychological powers and implements of domination from beyond the stars. This giant, the modern crystal bed, pink Montreal dark chaotic magic laser.
It's so good for you. Let's go sunning beneath the sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you
Mockish
breaking
in
news from
1950s
the
escort otherwise.
observatory at Rockwell.
In over 20 years of broadcasting, I'm at a loss for words. I can only describe what I'm seeing as not from this earth.
Battle of the Worlds.
Something is emerging.
This LA broadcaster is
It's raising its hand.
Battle of Los Angeles. Not many. How many times you hear that?
We are under attack.
Great war that happened in the continental United States. At a time where there is a Los Angeles. This suspects the last major war to be fought on American soil was that of the Civil War. Since then, but then there was no Los Angeles. Now if another event like that happens, it's funny to hear the Battle of Los Angeles. There may have been a Battle of Los Angeles that purportedly occurred with extraterrestrials. It suggested that this was a media hoax of some sort. Leveled up buildings.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to technical difficulties, we are unable to continue the broadcast from the Rockwell Observatory.
Pathetic humans.
Is that the guy from Anger Management?
Destroy all humans. One giant step on mankind.
Cryptosporidium. Is that an actual disease on Earth? The Hanger. Pox's lab. Descend into the it's Pox! Oh, another button must be selected. Look at that. The modern crystalline Montreal dark chaotic magic heater bloom tube plasma orb fiery ice cube ice fire composite dichotomy household interstellar intergalactic traveler powerful technological appliance over there in the corner beneath the screen.
A saucer upgrade, perhaps.
It's Billy!
How about your gun or your abilities?
Oh, socks! Socks! Give me the socks! Don't want those socks!
You know what they say about a Furon with a really big cranium, don't you?
What do they say? Disintegrator ray. Psychokinesis. Oh, this one is different. Double concentration reserves. Can it purchase it? No. 40 DNA 3000 is required. Doesn't have this one. Ion detonator also. This is assuming that it either has every other upgrade available here, except for the upgrade 3 of psychokinesis and ion detonator, or it only has these two. Strangely enough, the one amidst the column or row of text indicating the category of upgrade that is with 3. This suspects that, as typically video games are organized, you always must purchase the first 2 to get the third one, unless they all give you some specific amount and you would get more if you had these 2. This is assuming that trying to get these 2 upgrades at some point.
A saucer upgrade, perhaps? No? How about your gun or your abilities?
The saucer!
Saucer upgrades. Excellent choice.
Saucer upgrades!
Need a souped-up ride.
Did Arthropox just say a souped-up ride? Sonic Wellick Boom. If it is so that the sky blue-green Mudhonian spearmint bleached progressive scan line color here indicates that the upgrade is not purchased. This seems to have most of Cryptosporidium's upgrades, weapons, and abilities upgrades, but not the saucer.
So what would you like to upgrade, you little ball of unbridled aggression?
Nothing. You're on down. No. Turn to your arms.
Rockwell! 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 Rockwell!
Oh, is that Roswell? That's from the. This is attempting to reference the Iron Giant, though. Oh dear, it's gonna show up like this. Oh my. This is not familiar with much of the game. There's a spot. Must be not in the middle of a fair. The outskirts of town. Oh yeah, land saucers X. Sonic Boom. This is changing death rays. Abduction beam! Quick, the bastard beam! Bastard beam! Ho! Don't seem to do anything else. This is guessing R1 is to fire whichever weapon you have. These have a limited number. This is a 12. This is assuming that's the number of usages you'll get without the weapon requiring to be restored somehow. The death ray, because there's no number, there's a bar. This is guessing that means, or perhaps withdrawing from its recollection that means it will restore itself without needing to acquire it from some specific alternate source. Recharge itself. This has landed. It's forgot why I came here. Oh yes, to find Fred and Enshabanur. Enshabanur is supposed to be somewhere around the county fair. Oh no, it's the opening to Once Bitten, or that scene from Once Bitten. How do I kill these guys? There we go. Aha! But this time I'm not a helpless observer. I have powerful weaponry from an extraterrestrial weaponry from beyond the stars. Taste ion disintegration, you lecherous fiends! Yeah, I killed those guys. PK. This is where this got the PK part in PK placeholder in ball lightning suspended away from nearby objects and forces by obscure power dendritic the fractal spark PK placeholder superconducting arc lightning channel macro quantum refined scale bollocks. Although this is what happens when it becomes inactive.
Brain empty.
It affects your ability to use language also. Your language centers and your... A car! The county fair. Oh dear. This recalls that, there. Disguised. Oh, I'm a constable! That's who that was. Good thing. This disguised itself that way also, or disguised itself at that time without being detected by that specific person, because this suspects that constables are, as often they are, far more hostile. Oh, what happened here? What on earth is that? It's a kind of bloom tube location indicator markers of some sort. Nobody notices this the transparent, ghost-like ball lightning suspended away from nearby objects and forces by obscure power dendritic the fractal spark PK placeholder superconducting arc lightning channel macro quantum refined scale box hollow bob decoy or cloaking device going off. Oh dear, it has a limited frame of reference, limited chronological frame of reference of activity, usefulness. It will remain active for a limited duration. Did this do this? Or is the fair always destroyed this way? This does not recall. It might be a feature in the campaign mode, where you destroy... Oh, look at that. Very lurid, ephemeral spark of the divine imbibed lurid red car transmission looking vital fluid, blood red, ball lightning suspended away from nearby objects and forces by obscure power dendritic the fractal spark PK placeholder superconducting arc lightning channel macro quantum refined scale bollocks moved to a position refined from the earth by the power and discipline of the mind, Furion or otherwise. Uh-oh. I'm a farmer now. If this had the power of the constable, it might be able to coerce people into submission and I could enter their homes and inspect their various properties and use them for my own diabolical purposes. I mean, routine inspection, maintenance. Yes, that's what I meant to say. And I'm an alien cloaking around, slinking in the shadows. This is probably what the people from Science saw. Just like people had seen strangers around, creeping around the backyards and country overtweens and amidst the sheds and alleyways. And I'm not certain if it's alleyways in a rural area or what do they call this? Suburban? It's quite effete. You can sense the snobbery of the elite metropolitan region in that phrase. Oh, who came up with that terminology? Oh, this is a constable again. Hide again quickly because running out of hide juice. Hide here. Here's one of those. Seems to be one of the impact or contact points between start Rockwell rampage. Press X and go on a rampage. That's a game feature. You see nothing? Ignore me! This can already hear the constables coming. Oh dear, is this a politician zone? Special kind of building? What's here? Start Armageddon. Everything you walk up to, it's always some extremely terrible, something that has to do with mass murder or destruction, running riot. I assume these are, and the fact that they are these ball lightning suspended away from nearby objects and forces by obscure power density, fractal spark, PK placeholder, superconducting arc lightning channel, macro quantum refined scale, bollocks, translucent flume tube, indicator, marker, semi-information widget, or information particle, eti-amalgam, holographic technology, icon, fluctuating in dual helix, corkscrew pattern, faintly alternating in concentration throughout its volume, effect, indicator, some sort of mini game or challenge feature. Let's climb this building and sneak into the mayor's house. The Giacomo Malacam. Whoever lives here is never going to see this coming. I rule. I've done it. I've conquered the world. Hopefully the Americans don't find out about this. Or I've conquered America. I've assumed that they at least believe this might be buying into the illusory premise that America dominates. For some reason, did not expect 3 of them to fire out at once. Or the American flag to be completely immune to a disintegrator ray. There's a difference between rays and beams! Anal probe? Just glanced over that. Didn't notice that. It's coming back to this person now. Yeah. This recalls that brains will, strangely enough, it's called an anal probe, but the most impressive thing it does, the most eminent thing that this recalls about this weapon is that someone's brain will erupt from their head. This looks like a military barracks over here. Doesn't seem like the best decision to go over there, but... Seems like a military vehicle. No one pay attention to it. Well, this has a life bar, or it has a special... This is assuming enemy duration for a hit point meter. This one has the green life bar. It was suggested by a character from Cracked, was it? Escort Mission, that the common convention in video games... What's this? That doesn't look like mortal technology. It's like something from Invader Zim. It's probably mine. Look at this thing. If you're on they had DNA! Or mayhaps this left this here the last time this was cavorting around and technically invading, though as it might be colloquially referred to. Check this one. What is this, a hangar? Encroaching, invading, trespassing on private property. Military property, no doubt. No less, no doubt. No, I'm a rhinestone cowboy. What's that? I'm traipsing and cavorting about through rural Rockwell and moving on to political sites that happen to be next to military barracks for some strange reason. Hilltop House, next to the military barracks, next to the politician's landmark. Can this hollow a cow? Might be a bit strange, but might be... humans might be less hostile to a cow roving about than a Furon. Let's roll. Oh, they're small, it seems that the animation that represents the jetpack being active or in its maximum elevation eliciting boost mode. Boost mode. Time to get boost mode up in here. Beast mode. Indicator likely indicating how close it is by the amount of red in this game. This suspects... Oh, this was talking about Cracked? Oh, the guy from Cracked, presumably the elite speak, referred to as elite or elite, likely more experienced and more, not novice. The other one would be a novice. He would be having more acumen in video games suggests that the convention is red for blood, representing the health of the polysaccharide deoxyribose, or implicitly polysaccharide deoxyribose nucleic acid subject by radioactive guanide peptides, codons, random nucleotide polymorphisms, amino acid chain, acetone, oxyacetylene, torch, tondet, peptide bonds, break up micromolecular, mathematical, multicellular, organic, origami architecture. It says barbecue, however, which is malicious, though from a human perspective, at least one could know. Ignore me! Ignore me! Is that one wearing blue? It seems more purple on this guy. Might be the effect of being a ball lightning suspended away from nearby objects and forces by obscure power, and then there's the fractal spark, PK placeholder, superconducting arc lightning channel, macro quantum refined scale, bollocks, holobob, cloaked phantom. No one notices this person? I'm hidden. However, in this game, not only presumably peptide bonds break up macromolecular, mathematical, multicellular, organic, origami architecture derived substances of the flesh of the florid human variety. Furons may not have red blood. And what? Enemy hit point meter? No enemy. Does this cow have a... Do all characters have a hit point meter? Maybe. Oh, I'm, who is that? Is it Veronica? From, what is that program? Veronica. There are these two characters. Oh! Man, this stuff is... Like, this cannot collect it unless it is... There it is. Right. Julie! Ignore me! Oh, he's a constable.
Crypto, you have returned to the invasion site.
This is not allowed to leave. Isn't that the whole point of an invasion? I suppose it's an invasion, not an expedition. It's an objective here. No. My cop meter's run out. Crown Johnny. Have some barbecue. A bit meek. Destroy 9 cows. Reward 200 DNA. Is that cow mocking me? Destroy it. And the other bovine conspirators. You miscreant. Is that a cow? Instant disintegration. Seems more appropriate for barbecue. Anal probe this thing. 15 seconds left. Switch to this thing. 7 seconds. Oh, this did it. That wasn't too difficult. Though what might be considerably more difficult is attempting to eat barbecue that's been completely disintegrated. Though this could repletely reassemble the discarded CIA documents from a landfill in Africa. Oh dear. I need to get out of here. Oh, that voice sounds familiar. That guy. What would that guy be? Oh, look at that farm. Is that
You think you're the only one who's ever felt this way? Believe me, I know. It's no fun being an illegal alien.
Sounding Irish. This gets it. Right. We get it. You're Irish. Just Murphy. Hey, why does he assume I'm an alien? Oh, did he see? How do you know I'm illegal? How do you know I don't have citizenship? There's nobody who looks like you has citizenship here, lad, whichever you are. This honestly can't tell, nor does it really matter. But I come from a perverted race of homicidal, egregious, and tumultuous, obscene, and benighted, existentially inert and depraved apes that know not but to gender their pronouns. Is he gone? What's this thing? Is the barn? Stray DNA skull probe mechanisms and drones laying around here. Though Furons may have, as a parenthesis, addendum, to continue extantly about what it was referring to earlier, though the convention might be red for flesh, Furons may not have red flesh as a result of implicitly having some alternate anatomical or biological, if you even call it that, characteristics. That might be racist. I might have said something racist. I did it. What you gonna do about it? Fight me. Though it is also, there's also a common tradition of, or a common use of the green to represent go, or positive, do something, such as the green light in traffic signals.
No children allowed here. It's killer time.
They say that as if they know.
You are now the property of the U.S. Army.
As are all soldiers, which is why they call you soldiers. You're sold to die. I gotta get out of here before they ship me off and deploy me. They're on to me, Jim!
Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you much.
Not too much in the grand scheme of things, compared to how much I could hurt you. And I'm out. Hey, look, DNA. Some people had seen strangers around here, but no one's really gotten a good look at them because nobody wanted to. No one had the wherewithal to turn around. Except for that guy. That guy he's looking. He's seen it. But look at that. Is this a malt shop? A laundromat. Is that 1950s parochial assumption racism? I was trying not to say racism because it's not race. It's more of this parochial narrative of assumptions for 1950s. But then again, all of the shops here seem to have the dichotomous white-black checkered tile pattern. Are any of these places a malt shop? Uh-oh. Get out of here quick before my hollow bob wears off. My gummy bear. Archie! That's who it was. Archie. That's where Veronica is from. And spruce. Gotta spruce up a little bit. This came from here. This way. Go that way. Wherever it's going, it better get there. And by there, this refers to a place where this can ensconce itself from sight quickly, lest my holobob, the duration of my holobob be expended. Blue Moon Drive-In Cinema. Martians from Mars. Night of the... I hope that doesn't say naked. Girl.
Give me the shot. I gotta kill Mayor Barnes.
Uh-oh. No, you won't. Stay away from... You go away! Oh, piece of candy. What are you gonna...
I'm gonna fill you full of shot. Space Freak! Get away from her, you
How do you know the Space Freak? Well, oh, that's it? Does he still know? I'm out of here. Uh-oh. What the... Ah! I've been shot! I've been shot! I'm being shot at by a guy who uses the word varmint. I'm being shot at by Yosemite Sam! He shot me! I thought it would have lost health, or perhaps it did and it regenerated just as the focus does, and this, curiously enough, was not focusing on it. And it might not be focus, it might be special PK organ-generated psychological myriad of faculty that is being expended. though this refers to it as focus for this person's narrative or system of expectations and perception of and categorization of powers and abilities in video games that are represented by meters that are part of the HUD and subtexts of then there's that majestic guy. Modern Mortal American Interactive Software Program comes from the Matrix, or it may be often much of which influenced by the Matrix Path of Neo that had a focus meter. Ignore me!
Really be listening.
That guy just suggested, I must be going insane. In a curiously casual manner. To see that film, what's going on over there? This recalls, what were they called? The Majestic? Some sort of special MIB-esque government agency that wore black suits and the hat. The G-Men, or the... what do they call them on BuzzFeed Blue? The Men in Black? Oh, the Men in Black. They're named... This assumes that they're eponymous for the film Men in Black, or Men in Black. I'm assuming there is a Men in Black if there's a Men in Black 3. The Men in Black series franchise. Oh dear. What are they all staring at?
I've got a golf club and I'm not afraid to use it.
Are you really all surprised?
They want to destroy our way of life.
You're staring at a blank screen. I'm surprised you even noticed this person. What's that? Curious, that guy, I assume, is some sort of government agent. He's definitely facing this direction. It seems, but he's not.
Huh?
He doesn't seem to be. And those guys, are they not also majestic? The same sort of guy. Yep, government agents. They didn't see that? What is that? This would like to examine what that is. As soon as it discovers the mystery of the blank drive-in cinema screen, where it seems most people aren't standing near, or presumably, do they still have theaters like this? Do you own a car? It's because I'm gray, isn't it? Oh, is that your car?
Help!
A few cars. So they have a car. It's a drive-in cinema, but they don't... This assumes that the appeal of a drive-in cinema is to be in the car and watch the film. But everyone's standing around, and there's no film. Are they waiting for it to begin? Where's the projector? Oh, there's the projector. Let's see what that thing is. It's a little cartridge.
Sworn I heard something.
Try to walk around them. Ooh, is that a gazebo? And there's another one of those things there. And hopefully they won't notice. Jump over this thing. Rocket over it. I'm out of shape. So that's to change the camera angle so that Cryptosporidium becomes... Ooh, a buzz cut agent. Becomes visible. Up! They definitely heard that. Still gonna try and... Those majestic characters? Yeah, they don't approach. They are facing this way. No more? Oh, does that replenish that particular weapon of the similar color? Kodak glowing Waston Heston Wasson Peason Bucket Chitinous ECU Karyotic Prokaryotic Karyotic Fractaling Antibody Black Point Ephemeral Sparkle of the Divine Imbibed Blood Red Sparkle of the Divine Buried Truncheon Fermentation Chamber Crockpot Pressure Cooker Organic Gourd Food Pulp Illegal Mind Altering Drug Car Fuel Sugar Poison Ethanol Laden Piss in a Jar Film Cartridge Capacitor Cell looking. Just the frosting thing. No. The alert exclamation points. Extract. Hypno. Scan.
I hope Lenny knows what he's a-doing with that mouse and those men.
Lenny.
Gosh, Uncle
Scanning
Billy sure
these
didn't
people
feel like
replenishes
himself
the
this morning.
focus.
Maybe I should give Miles a call.
Scanning them, stealing your thoughts.
Every time I go in that barn, all I can think about is Jane Russell in the hay. Va-boom!
It says hat in the hay, in the hay, Noriega.
If there's anything more sensual than polyester, I haven't found it.
This is how this would
If
remain.
only I could confess my secret love for Joe Bob. Joe Bob the chicken, that is. Damn, I love that animal.
Got my bus ticket. Hollywood, here I come. Save me a seat at Schwab's.
This is an oration that represents their
I can feel my arteries clogging up right this second, and I like it.
represents their psychological machinations. They were talking, that's what they'd be saying. I grew tired of these country bumpkins and their cow-loving ways. Not certain they're loving those cows. Destroy them all, which is what they will do to those cows. Destroy 15 civilians. Only the Zap-O-Matic may be used. Got 1 minute and 27 seconds to murder 15 people. This assumes that... Snap! It's that guy from Archie. Is there a car moving to a position that is on a collision course with this person? Oh, only the Zap-O-Matic may be used. Can I destroy this car? I can! And you're so sure that I'm not from this planet. At this point, has it been reported on the news? There is an extraterrestrial being. He's small, he's gray, and he's temperamental. And we just assume that because this is short and has a big head and a very powerful weapon, that this must automatically... Kuridonaki is shooting. Murdering 15 people is more difficult in this one. Take that. Oh, snap, it's the Johnny Laws! Aha! Oh, gee whiz, it's the Cams! From outer space!
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
That's what his implicitly internal monologue is.
Strange occurrences reported. Patrols ordered to keep an eye out for suspicious activity.
Take me to your leader! Drove right into it. Step on it if you dare, rabbit. More constables. He tried to scrape out of the way. Big shot at him. They just black hole freeze shutter speed. Hyper-saturated Kern area fade from existence. Their incandescent electromagnetic radiation emitting macromolecular electrochemical bond snap power. Emitting disintegrating flesh.
I guess it was nothing.
It was nothing. It left several steaming, incandescent electromagnetic radiation emitting macromolecular electrochemical bonds that power product twisted wrecks of cars in its wake. Must have been nothing. Yeah, nothing. Anal probe. If you have a weapon that essentially kills people or attacks them in some way with electrical current, you always gotta make sure to do a little zap, little taser zap, and deterrent. Is this guy in the midst of all that? Guy with a shotgun is going to attack you. Oh, snap. Going to the movie theater. I'm gonna die in front of a big screen.
You picked the wrong planet. We call the authorities.
You picked the wrong planet. Taking quite a lot of it.
Communist activities.
Serpentine! Serpentine!
Check out the situation.
Well, it was either busting crooks or go back and get my doctorate in quantum physics.
And you chose busting crooks. Does it? And that guy's dead.
You know what would really make this perfect? A new riding mower. Man against nature. Civilization beating back wilderness. The eternal struggle continues. Damn, that drill sarge booted me out of Easy Company. Now I pulled this lame duck assignment.
Amidst all the calamity and combat, that's what their
Oh boy,
perception
that Ike. You
amounts
sure
to
could
perception
barbecue with
is.
him. Oh boy, Ike, the barbecuing president. Now that's a platform for election.
The barbecuing president. Is that why the barbecue task is near that Capitol-looking building? Where is En Salvador? Is this supposed to be near the festival? Oh, that looks like a precipice. He was standing by a precipice. Last thing I recall.
What's that?
Nothing. Ignore it. It's nothing.
Smart. I heard something.
Swear again. Then Fred is supposed to be at the fair. Scooby-Doo will be with Shaggy, who will be with Fred. And then the worldwide traipsing, train riding, blue neckerchief, scarf, bandana wearing.
Lena Turner,
Blueberry
Doris
Bandit.
Day.
Cult
I
of
can't
Blueberry
hear
Bandit.
you over my ignorance and raffle blast. You ain't worth hearing.
Okay, I hear you over my ignorance and rifle blast. Both of those things.
Wonder what's for dinner.
Oh, the
Oh,
silent,
yeah,
deafening
beef
wail of mine.
again.
The deafening,
I want a
silent
salad.
wail.
Is that so wrong?
Ooh, there it is again. That not so fresh feeling.
The silent, deafening wail of your wilting soul.
Every time I go in that barn, all I can think about is Jane Russell in the hay. Va-boom!
It is hay. Just thought it was hat. It is a Y, not a T. Yes, a Y. En Salvador is going to be here. He'll probably be somewhere around there. Ah, poppin' texture trees.
Crypto, you don't have authorization to leave. Return to the mission area at once.
Go wherever I choose, Arthropox. Where are you apocalyptic? No!